Hello and welcome to another Haunted Garage video. This is going to be the Toolbox tour, the tour of all three of the main boxes that I use every day. I've gone through once before last year before we started setting up shop here, kind of how I was going to set up outside and whatnot, but I've never done a video going through all my drawers and all the tools that I use every day. So today I'm going to bring that to you. And this video might be a little bit long, so maybe watch it in two parts if you wish, but hang in there. This is everything I got, so be prepared, and here we go. Okay, well, for once I have most of my garage cleaned up, so we're going to go ahead and take the opportunity to do a quick toolbox tour, and we're going to do a little update on this Harbor Freight full bank cart I bought about 6 months ago or so, and so I'd like to review after using it for a while, so we're going to do that at the same time. But this is probably as close to fully organized as it's going to get. It's usually pretty organized, but I have most everything found. We've been doing a ton of cleanup, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Up top, I have Cobalt as my cordless line, and I have a bunch of flashlights hanging up. This one's got magnets. I just got a 2x4 here that I screwed into the back of the lid. It holds my chargers. I don't ever close it because this is just at home. Nobody's ever going to bother it, so that's fine. I did add the side cart tray. A lot of people add them to the holes that are there, but I drilled new ones because I wanted it to be up higher. So the lip here is basically the same height as the lip going all the way around, and that's what I wanted. And I don't know, I guess I'm a little bit taller, so putting it there works for me. So I have the green side tray added, usually full of junk like that as usual. On the other side here, I have a grease gun, but I need to get rid of that. I also poked another couple 2 holes in it, and that 30-something piece screwdriver set. I just have that stand here hanging on the side, and that works really good. Then I don't have to take up a drawer for those screwdrivers. Moving on here along the sides, the left bank here, I've got all my pry bars and larger picks. Use those all the time, so keep those along. On my right bank, I've got my ratchets going from largest down to smaller up here towards the top. Grab hook, super long screwdrivers going here, whatever. So that's where I keep all my ratchets. I'm a good fan of the these Harbor Freight Pittsburgh Pros. I tried the Icons, but I had problems with them, the first ones I got, so I went back to these. The swivels can get loose pretty easy, but they do have a star screw here that you can use to tighten them up. So I tighten them, and I grease them as well. I just dump some wheel bearing grease in there, and they're nice and quiet and smooth. So that's what I use. I also am a fan of the extendable here. I'm not really a fan of the 2 different heads thing on it. I might just cut this 1/4-inch one off, but this thing is a lot more durable than one would think. I've used cheater bars on them a lot, and I think I had one for about 5 years before all I did was snap the plastic end part of the handle. It's about halfway through here. The metal stops and it's just the plastic handle. Broke the end of the plastic handle off, went and traded it in for a new one, no problem. So technically I'm on like year 6 with that. Year 2 with the new one, but I mean, there was nothing wrong with the old one besides the handle. So that's what I think of those. I think these are a lot stronger than they look. They look like they would snap first time you try a cheater, but they don't. Got this swivel head quarter, and I have a cobalt ratchet here. These are just ratchets I like and use. We have more in the other box. Towards the front, I've got a tray of miscellaneous things, mirror, small picks, GM battery wrench. I usually have a few of those in there because most of the batteries here are side terminal. Long extensions kind of just get thrown in here. This tray here, up front, we've got various adapters, swivels, step up, step down, whatever is used regularly, a couple spark plug sockets. The next row we have Torx, both normal Torx and inverted. And then we have all the hex keys going along, and then 3/8 swivels here in the back, and then a universal 3/8 swivel at the end here. And these swivels are part of the mixed power set that I reviewed earlier, and they are still working well. I've stepped down to 3/8 on the 1/2-inch gun, still haven't broken. I've used them at really stupid angles with the 1/2-inch impact, still haven't broken. So I think those are doing good. I have this set of these Icon 1/4-inch chromes. Don't really use them. I don't know. They look nice. I use them when I'm working with interiors of cars, I suppose, but because I think they're a little bit narrow, they can fit in some tighter spots. But I haven't had a absolute need for them yet, but I keep them there just in case. I have a set of standard 1/4 inches. That's about the only time that I usually need standards is usually with the small stuff, so I have a set there. Otherwise, the rest of my sockets are back here, and they are all metric. 1/4 inch. This is the Craftsman set, which is a similar, just eBay knockoff, who knows what brand, but for $40 they gave you the full 4 to 15, and it's hard to find the 15 millimeter in the 1/4 inch drive, but this one gives it to you, both the deep and the shallow and the standards. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and these are complete. Some are floating around, but they're complete sets. All 4 rows was like $39, and they're impact. So I really like that. Haven't had any problems with them. Love them. So I highly recommend that. That's $10 a row of sockets, impact sockets, and it no skipping sizes or nothing. It's great. Here's my 3/8 impacts, which again are more of the mixed powers. They go up to 19. I have this 20 here, but it's actually a Duralast 21 because sometimes I use that. But more mixed powers there. They don't skip sizes either. Again, some are floating around. When it comes to the 1/2-inch stuff, the Craftsman I got for the 1/4 inch, the mixed power was all 3/8. For 1/2-inch, I have these this old Duralast set that I've had forever, and they're amazing from 10 to 19. And then I do have a few miscellaneous. I think these are just Harbor Freight sockets. Yeah, Pittsburgh. A couple of random larger sizes. The shallows are also the Pittsburgh Pro Chrome Mollies. Once you get up to 27 here, here on the side, these are some flip sockets. This is my special crappy Ford GM lug socket, 18.5, 19.5, and then the regular lug flip sockets, I think Husky. Yeah, Husky, so Home Depot for those. And then I have the large wheel nut sockets, or whatever you need, larger sockets from 29 all the way up to the largest one is 38. So got those back there because I actually use those quite frequently. So a deep set of e-Torx or inverted Torx, whatever. and all the shorter extensions in a little tray here close by. So that's how I have my sockets laid out. I have a light up here. It's just sitting on the lid, and that works great. So everything's lit up nice. So let's go ahead and go inside. And this first drawer, as it says, impacts and batteries. So I've got batteries, impacts, a drill. I've got all the little hex adapter for sockets things. Right now there's a 1/4 inch on this one. This is Cobalt XDR impact and Cobalt XDR 1/2 inch impact. And I've got an angle grinder and the 3/8 impact from Cobalt as well. Bunch of batteries, that's what I got for that. And last time my main complaint was the latches, and no, they really didn't improve. I've gotten a little bit better with them. They still suck, but I'm living with them and I'm keeping them on because they're easy to pop off. I can just one finger take them out, no problem. But I'm keeping them on just because I don't want this cart to tip over by having too many drawers open. So making sure the drawers don't fly open by keeping those on there. Next drawer, as it says, wrenches. I do keep the set of Icon standard ratcheting reversible wrenches because a lot of lines and stuff, hard lines, will have standard sizes. So I keep those on there. Otherwise, I have my regular ratcheting metrics. These are gear wrench, these regular ones. I've got some ball hex keys. I don't know what brand they are. Some miscellaneous wrenches, and then I've got more Husky just for regular plain wrenches up to 27 back there. And then I've got ratcheting stubbies, mix of standard and metric, and then another. Wait, no, these are all the all metric standard stubby wrenches. So got most of the basic wrenches that at least I need on a regular basis in there. One drawer from that, got pliers, vice grips. I got some trim tools, some panel clip type pliers. I've got Icon screwdrivers in here, though I really don't use them much, and I will probably take them out at some point and put them elsewhere. Oil filter pliers. These are what I like to use for oil filters when I can get them to fit in. Random pipe wrench. We have a bunch of hydraulic stuff. These long nose needles, super long nose needles. The Sunex hose clamp plier, or not hose clamp, but hose pliers. Vice grips, my favorite one. The OG USAs. Well, these ones aren't the OG USAs, but they are the knockoff R1 version. Since, of course, bought out. Wait, no, these ones are. They're R1 USAs, but they're not, whatever. They're the style that I like. Got a few things from Doyle. Like them. They're okay. Not the best that I've used, but I'm happy with them for kind of mid-grade. These ones have gotten torn up a little bit, but they still work. So on and so forth. Moving on. My electrical. I have a scanner somewhere, but I also have a Bluetooth adapter. I use Torque app a lot. Multimeter, larger multimeter from Harbor Freight. I think I got a couple of them. They're really nice. I like them. I'm a fan of heat shrink crimp connectors, so I just have a bucket of them ready to go. A few zip ties. Don't use them too often, but zip ties are always helpful, as we know. Knockoff power probe off of Amazon. I don't even know. Oh, Aloe Sun something. It literally does the exact same thing, but instead of $300, it's $30. So, whoop-de-doo, guys. Don't know what to tell you. Not sure why I got a random wrench in here. Anyways, lighter for heat shrink, even though I have a heat gun somewhere. I also have a little torch somewhere, which is even better. I also keep my random pastes and stuff in here, Loctites. I like the Loctite orange. I need to get more of it. But, you know, got some stuff. These are my favorite style wire strippers. These just grip and split them. Unless you're doing something really large, these handle pretty much everything. These are the style that I'm less of a fan of, but I will always take over this style because nobody likes this style. This style I only have in here for when one of those two gets lost. Next drawer, hammers. Half my hammers are missing at the moment. I got some straps in here. Yeah, I've got some rubber mallets, and these are just house hammers, but I do have other hammers. They're just not here. It's a punch set. Down in here, I have, oh, that made a mess. I did not realize that that was partially open. I have some cobalt drill bits in here, some spare cutoff wheels, a big step bit, DeWalt Sawzall, just the Harbor Freight torque wrenches, some wheel bearing grease, and just accessories for power tools. I'll have to clean that up later. Anyways, that takes care of all the drawers. On the side, I do have a glove holder box. That's hard to tell with the garage door, and I really like the can holder here. It is a lot stronger than you might think it is, so I've been really happy with that. Anyhow, moving on. I'm over here to the larger box. This really just has a bunch of duplicates and extra of a whole bunch of junky tools. But we'll go ahead and start here on the top. And I have sockets up here just because they're so heavy. And this is a Husky toolbox. This middle drawer does not have double slides. So, you know, it's really not going to handle it. So I put them up here where they're not going to destroy a drawer. So anyhow, this side I have some extra just series of sockets. There's extra Harbor Freight ones. More Harbor Freight ones, some more of the standard mixed power. Just various extra sets that are somewhat complete. I've got, are these? I think these, yeah, these are metric 1/4 inch deep sockets. Got an extra set of them. Got a bunch of specialty sockets here. Got the O2s, the two different kinds that I have of those. I've got oil pressure sensor socket. I forgot what this was for, but I needed that for something. And I got all my lock keys in there. And I've got oil filter sockets here, even though I don't really like them that much. Yeah. Let's see. We also have another thing of 1/4 inch, though. Again, most of them are missing. I'm going to start another row here because I know I have most of these, but I think they're out in the building, outbuilding. So I'll have to get the rest of this series, and that's going to just be a spare carry yourself around tote of sockets. These, I have some Icon shallows for the metric, and I think these are just regular old Pittsburghs for the deeps. And again, mixed power for these swivels. This is getting into the standard set because it came with both. So I got both. Same thing for the regular shallows for standard and deep 3/8. Oh, these are Pittsburgh. Oh, that's because the mixed power's over here. That's right. Anyways, I have 12 points out here on an extra row just because they're kind of mixed brands here, but a mix of 12 points just in case, you know, sometimes transmission or something weird will require a 12 point for a 12 point head or something. And 12 points 3/8 for standard as well. Well, my sockets, it's kind of supposed to be over here, but it's supposed to be 1/4, 3/8, half is kind of how that is, but it's a little mixed at the moment. Down here, I got a 21 millimeter, which can go there. There's supposed to be a set in here, but I don't know what happened to it, so ignore that one. some more 1/2" metrics, 1/2" deep metrics, and gets into the 1/2" standards, 1/2" deep standards, and then same thing as over here. 12-point series is still building that up. I don't have very many, but you know, really don't need them, so I haven't really built up on that much, and I have most of the standards. So that's all my sockets up there. Got a fair amount of extra. Up here I have random garbage screwdrivers, free to tear up and abuse and use as needed. Up here I've got spare ratchets, same story, here to use and abuse, except for this one. This is my, well, it's a Craftsman, but it's the Pontiac wrench, if you can't tell. So that guy's pretty neat. Otherwise, just kind of some iffy ones. I like this low profile, extra long Craftsman. I think it's a Craftsman, yeah, USA, but it has a very low tooth count, probably like 60 maybe, so I don't really use it much. And then more of the Craftsman with the really crappy grip. Don't really use that, but there's spare ratchets in here to use for whatever, and all the breaker bars are up in here as needed. So that's the ratchets, and they're kind of similar as the sockets. 1/4, 3/8, half territory is how that's set up. I've got some stubbies of various ones, so even 1/4" breaker bars. Oh, this one's in the wrong place. You belong over here, Mr. 3/8. So yep, got all that. These miscellaneous bits, anything that fits in a hex adapter pretty much, and some spare hex keys. Not sure why these are in here. These can go over there, but there's more Torque sockets from Duralast. I think that's really all there is to see in there. And this drawer's, the soft close is broken on that one, so that's nice. This is my extra extensions and adapters drawer. A little bit empty in a lot of spots, but full in others. Extra long extensions here on the side. I'm not sure what was supposed to be in these trays. I've got these very interesting adapters that were found in my grandfather's miscellaneous stuff, and I have no idea what possible purpose these have. I've asked a couple people, I have no idea. So if you know what these are for, that would be great. We got a 4071 Walden. That didn't get me anything on the internet, but it's, you know, male end to male end. And then we got the female to female, which I decided the female to female might be useful if you want to put two impacts against each other. But other than that, I'm really quite puzzled what the purpose is. Like, you can put them together and then you have a regular extension, I guess. But it's just strange. So there's that. Moving on. Growth adapters, shrink adapters. Got tons of shrink adapters from 3/8 to 1/4. And I have some 1/2" ones too. Don't know where they are. And then there's supposed to be swivels in here, but I don't really have very many swivels. I guess I need to get some more of those. And then I've got 1/4" extensions. It goes short, mid-length, longer length. Same thing. This one is 3/8. Guard's kind of tucked in there, but this is 3/8. Short, a little bit longer, and then, or like it's stubbies, and then 3, and then 6, and then these are even longer. And then we got half over here, same thing. Stubby, 3, 6, even longer. So got that all situated up in there. Excess wrenches, so just all sorts of extra BS wrenches that are whatever. They are free to bend up and use. I have a couple specially bent ones for various purposes in here, so these are the ones we use if need to make a custom wrench. Extra sockets, same story as over there. I have these bead trays holding and sorting most of these, or at least a good handful of each size. Standard on this side. Oh, I just threw this guy way in the wrong spot. Standard here, and then metric here, going from 4 to like 18, and 5/32 up to like 3/4, I think, is the largest. So those are kind of my main Oh, don't have enough of that socket. I'll grab another one from there. All the spare spark plug sockets, because you know every kit you buy comes with 3 of those for some reason. More random standard sockets in there. Extra impact sockets I have over here. Not very many because most of my impact sets are complete. Another bin. These are extra standard deeps. These are sockets that need help for various reasons. They got something stuck in them or whatever, or they're just stuck together. Who knows? But those are ones that I gotta fix. I have these 2 bins here. This one is, I don't know if you can see the labels, they're kind of hidden back there, but metric and SAE. This is just all extra metric sockets that can't fit into here, and same thing for here. You can see there's a lot of standards. Because again, don't really use them that much. So that's my extra socket drawer. Extra wrench sets drawer. I've got the standard set of Huskies up to 1 1/16 or 1 1/4, I think, something like that. Random Harbor Freight Pittsburgh set. Husky ratcheting wrenches, standard. I've got the Husky stubby standards. Got these old Craftsman speed wrenches. Don't really use them much. I've got more gear wrench standard ratchetings there, and more Husky metric ratchetings. Here's the rest of them. I got to put them in there. Got some flare wrenches in a set there, and then there's a spot for some more miscellaneous ones. But that's my wrench drawer, as it's supposed to be set up metric standard as well, but most of my metrics are over in the other box because I use them all the time. That's that drawer. Here I have a few random specialty tools. Most of them are in kits, but for the loose ones, honing tool, wire for cleaning out sunroof channels. These are part of ball bearing or ball joint kit. I'll put them back in there. Brake pad checker, snap ring pliers, which belong in a set that I gotta go get the box of. Stuff for brakes, tubing cutters, and the brake flaring tools. A couple of random AC things, feeler gauge, some wire for whatever. A little miscellaneous, but specialty nonetheless. Spare pliers. Most of these are extra crappy, so the same as these 2 drawers. Whatever you need them for, use them for, type of thing. So that's that. Though I do have my extra large channel locks here. I think these things can go like 4 inches wide or something like that. I mean, if you have something really big to get a hold of, I guess, but haven't really had much use for them, but they're there. This drawer, kind of empty. I think I'm still deciding what to put in there since I've reorganized last. This drawer has measurement tools and leveling and a little bit more home-like stuff, I guess. I keep the jack handle in there, spare jack handle for whatever. Some levels, a caliper, tape measure, whatever. I think you kind of get the idea. I'll throw clamps in there too eventually. This drawer, yeah, you're kind of empty. Spare hammers. Again, most of the hammers are missing. This is my special see-through hammer. You can't really see it very well, but it packs quite the punch. So look out for that. Down here, I have a cobalt blower that's not working. Need to go return it. Haven't done it. And then sets, specialty kits. Like I said, most of my specialty stuff comes in these silly blow mold cases, but I guess that works. Let's see, I've got tap and die here. I've got, this is master ball joint set adapters. This is the actual ball joint clamp, but these are all adapters in this case here. What is this case? Anything? Oh, I think that's an empty case, actually. This one here, this was the AC kit, AC gauges. These used that quite a bit. I forget what this one is. Oh, this is the fuel injection kit. This one here is torque sticks, and I got some miscellaneous stuff in here. I think there's like, yeah, brake making tools. This is a pulley removal. Got some larger taps for pipe threads in there, and I got a brake caliper kit in there. So there's more stuff in the back building, but I think just these 2 boxes alone will be good for a day. Last box is going to be this one here. This is my electrical box. A little messy, but it works. I got this battery charger up here. This is just kind of stuff just thrown on. A whole bunch of random stuff. There's not actually supposed to really be anything up here other than all my electrical tape. Spare battery terminals, which is currently empty, but this is normally full of extra side post terminals because I replace those pretty frequently. This one, I'm out. I need to get more, but spare waterproof connectors. The name of them is lost in my head, but weather packs. There we go. Spare weather packs. Spare relays and some universal relays in there. Here, all the crimps, heat shrink, extra terminals of various kinds up in here. Keep them, again, I think these are actually fishing tackle trays, but you can move the pieces around. Super useful. This is my fuse box. Go to the salvage yard, get yourself a whole bunch of fuses, labeled them all out, put them in order. I got the smalls, mids, and the maxis all lined out. A few 4-in-1s, don't really use them much though. So that's all the fuses. Spare small kit to take along if need be. Got light bulbs, lots of just various spares. I've got the mini LEDs that can go in like your door panel buttons and such. The regular 194s, these are the whites, and these are more 194s, these are blue, and extra case things for them, plastic, whatever you call them, that the bulbs go in for 194s, and I think I have a few for these smaller ones too. So all the bulbs you need are in there. In here, I've got some spare sensors. I've got some switches in here, and I've got some resistors for adding in LED head or tail lights. And here I've got just miscellaneous things, spare power outlet, random toggle switches, random sensors, used stuff. So who knows, maybe someday use, I don't know why I have all these silly ground things in there, but I do. This is supposed to be extra electrical tools, but it's currently being hogged up by some splice connectors. Got a test light or 2 in here, so that's that. And then I got 16 gauge wire up in here and some other thinner wire. I've got my 12 gauge wire in here, and then I've got bigger wire in here, spare ground strapping, some spare audio wire, some spare welding cable, you know, whatever, and some wire loom. And then down in here, got the old timing light. I got a borescope in there, soldering iron, solder, and hot glue gun. So those types of things all in there, and that takes care of this Craftsman unit. Got all my fluids and stuff here in this cabinet, and some more random fluids over here in this one here, and got my workbench, which is currently messy, so there you go. That will have it for toolbox tour of today. Let me know what else you want to see, and I will get them videos up as soon as I can. Thank you for watching, and I will